always a house. So this is, different for me. And I'm enjoying it.
I've been so busy dealing with architects and business and stuff that, yeah, it's fine. It's just like business as usual, except we go to a different place to sleep instead of going home. What I do miss was, you deal downtown Oakland and in and around the city all day long. And what I do miss is being able to come home and have all this greenery, which won't be there when we get back either. I mean, we won't have those kind of trees anymore, but it was kind of nice because you look out these windows and you see all these trees, no lights. It's like really being someplace different, so you could have a little peace until you go back to it the
like
next
a
morning.
forest.
Yeah. But, we have the concrete trees. No, actually, this is a nice place because there's a lot of things that you can walk to. We go to the movies, we go to Kimball's, we go to restaurants and stuff over here without moving the car. So, it's a nice spot. I think that since we had to move, this is where I want to live.
Good choice.
On a temporary basis.
Ooh, a nice view.
Yeah.
So do you think, and this may be different for each person in terms of your experience based in an ethnic way, being African Americans, was this any different from anybody else's experience, or was it the same? Was there something that made it different?
I think that because I'm in the business, our experience was considerably different than it might have been. Because a lot of information that people just don't have, I deal with and know how to get and know where to get and won't take no for an answer. And I think that has given us a whole different experience than it could have been. Because there are no problems that we can't solve, or no questions that we can't get answers to. So from that perspective, I think that we've had a fairly decent experience.
Well, we receive more discounts. Going to different stores, they offer discounts to the burning victims. That's a new experience for me. Going everywhere we go, we get a discount. That was right after the fire, and then even up to now, some furniture stores still give discounts.
Well, what I was trying to get at, and this may just be me projecting, is, it's very few African Americans actually get to the point where they can live in a certain way of life, comfortably. And my impression is that even though there were African Americans up there, that, there's a small percentage living up there, and in a sense, I don't even know if I'm explaining this. Maybe I'm just bumbling along, but that maybe this fire affected you even more so because I don't know if you feel that way or if you understand what I'm trying to get at.
I think I do. First of all, I think if you take the whole fire area on the other side of the freeway too, there's a lot of African Americans. There were several that were living in this building that were affected, that lived there. But see, I think that the people that I know who live there, it's not like they come to live somewhere special. It's like it's just been a natural progression that if you work real hard, and you choose to move to another area, you can. But it's not because it's some kind of area. It's that you kind of getting the kind of house you want, And the people that I know that I've talked to don't think of it as being kind of, you're kind of up in the hills kind of thing, because I think the same attitude that we had on 54th Street is the same attitude that we took to Granada and the same attitude that we took to Tunnel Road. We work hard, and I think that one of the rewards of working hard is that you should have some of the things that you want.
Well, one thing too that it brings to mind is that a lot of our neighbors, which are white, they except for one couple, and that was Jody and Baum, they had to go to counseling. They had to go to therapy behind the fire. And Henry and I, and then the friends that got burned out, we didn't go out. I don't know. Is that to say that we're stronger than the white people? I don't know. Maybe we're more used to
adversity.
Adversity, but a lot of people I've met, they had to go to they had to have counseling.
Well, what I was implying earlier was not so much that, but I guess because in this society it's so hard for, black people to achieve just because of the system we're in, that maybe, I don't know. You said
I think
that you
because
took
of
more
Henry's
effort.
skills, we
But
didn't.
you know something,
Maybe I'm stereotyping. I don't know.
I think what happens is that we begin to believe that those things are not possible because we hear it so much.
Yeah.
I grew up in West Oakland. I have an AA degree.
Mm-hmm.
I got my AA degree the same year she got the BA from Cal State here in 1980. I've just been taught by a mother, raised by a single parent way back when, that nothing was impossible. So I've never really, no one has ever been able to convince me that I can't do something, and so I think it's more attitude than anything else. The same doors, barriers are there, but if you see it as a barrier, it's a barrier. If it's a challenge, it's a challenge. I mean, I think that what we have to do is to get out of the habit of calling our kids underprivileged and all these other negative terms, because it's possible. It's not. It's simple. It's just not easy. This is the old story about if you put an elephant on the end of a 50-foot rope and you let him roam on that rope for about 6 months or so, you can take that rope off and he'll still go to that same spot because of the condition. And I think that what happens is it's hard, and most people, I think, set barriers themselves and say, I can't do this. Now, racism exists. I mean, the whole job thing is real, but then there's a way you deal with that. I mean, I think we're emotional people, and if you look at laws, we don't study history, so we don't really get a true perspective on how things impact us. But if you study what happens, you look at the laws, they're all designed to respond to emotional acts, not rational acts, not intellectual acts, emotional acts. Who are more emotional? We are. So when you get insubordinate at work, there's no room for that, because who's more likely to get insubordinate? Because it's an emotional thing. You have to learn how to deal with, like the spook who sat by the door. You have to understand how you get to those buttons. I don't mean Uncle Tom either. I mean just understanding the system, how it works. And I think that people who understand the system make it work for them. Make it work for them. The other thing is that you have to be a risk taker. When we bought our first house, I was making about $600 a month, and what happened was I met this guy. He was a Jewish guy. He was an investor. I had a good job. He bought property, and he sold it. And he paid himself the down payment, and we paid the closing costs so we got it for nothing down. He sold the house. The loan was financed. He got his money. I mean, we took a chance. My brother-in-law, he had another house right around the corner. This was a great neighborhood in 1962, 63. It was above Golf Links Road, off of 98th Avenue. This was a nice area, man. This is 60-something, I mean, there weren't very many black families up there, but we were willing to take the risk. We told him about it. He said, something's wrong. He was afraid to take a chance. I mean, we did it. And so we paid $27,000 for this house, and by the time we sold it for $81,000, we had done something right. I mean, it's just being able to take a risk. When we saw this house, I mean, $132,000 back in '78 was a lot of money, because in '78 is when property really shot up. Okay, I mean, it was a risk, I mean, we had comfortable payments and stuff. This is going to be a stretch, but we stretched. And so, as a result, I mean, the house, the evaluation had jumped considerably, and now it's going to be worth probably close to $1 million. I mean, it's just circumstance and chance. So it's not like, you know, we're not doctors and stuff, and we don't make this. I mean, we make good money, but we don't make millions, but we're willing to take risks, and that's what we have to do, is take risks. You know, we're basically the same. You know, I think, you know, just the value system is different in terms of wanting to achieve and knowing that you're getting older and you have to do what you're going to do and stop waiting.
Did you do anything different in designing this other house in terms of any kind of fire, resistance?
Stucco, no wood frame. The house was wood before; it's all stucco. The roof is a fire-resistant material. We didn't have to have sprinklers. It's a much better designed. Well, not much better designed, but I guess the biggest
it's a bigger
thing.
home.
I think
It's
the stucco is the biggest difference because that's what really.
And then we're not going to have those trees around. There's some certain trees you can't buy now. I mean, you can't put up there. I guess it's pine.
Pine and eucalyptus
Yeah.
is a no-no.
Those are no-no.
So-
They just go. They just
So
explode.
we may put some palm trees and some cactus and some stuff that won't burn.
So how soon is this going to start?
Hopefully next month.
Yeah,
Early
within a month.
And when do you
30
expect
weeks.
for it to be finished?
30 weeks.
30 weeks is what? Is that 7 months?
7.5 months.
When you say 30 weeks, it seems like it's much
Short.
less than 7 months. 7 months seem like a year almost to me. 30 weeks, that's
Yeah,
just
but
a
see,
couple
once you
months.
get the framing up and you get the walls up and you start getting the windows in and stuff, the rest of the work is detail work.
Yeah, inside.
Like the cabinets and the floors and the lighting and stuff like that. That's okay because you can actually see something there, Yeah, so.
I'm getting excited now.
You're getting
Oh,
excited?
yeah.
That's
Because we
good.
went to see some homes that the contractor built here in the area, in the hills, and that kind of got me excited.
So you're pretty confident
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good. Is there anything else you'd like to add that I haven't talked about or anything that you'd like
Hope
to
we've
add?
answered your questions.
You sure have. you got my first family I'm doing, so this is
Really?
kind of...
How many are you going to do?
10. So,
10?
Yeah, I only have...
How did you get their names?
Actually, I got it through... I guess I can turn this off. I got it through